I don't think you can truly belong to anything or any group if you don't belong to yourself first. True belonging requires us to be who we are, not to change who we are. That's fitting in. Fitting in is the greatest threat to belonging.
I think a lot of us have felt that pressure to blend in, especially at work, in school, or even online. So what's really happening when we trade authenticity for acceptance?
Well, Dr. Katie Stewart is here to help us understand what's behind that urge to conform and how can we be sure that we're being sort of true to ourselves first. And so what is it inside us humans that makes us want to conform and fit in so badly?
I mean, there's a lot, actually. If you think about it, when we think about evolution, what do people first think? Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
But really, for early humans, we had to fit in to work together, right? You had to be part of the group. Then there's a bunch of brain regions that get activated. We have this drive towards it. But also what happens is we have an error monitoring system in our brain. So it's not usually one part of the brain, it's networks working together. And if we express an opinion that goes against the group, we essentially get an error message. It signals a social mistake that makes us want to correct that.
Right.
So we've been doing this forever. And actually, there were really great, I'm going to go back to our polkaing today.
Yeah.
There was a Polish-American psychologist named Solomon Asch who did all of these conformity studies, and there were 12 different trials, and I'll try to make it quick, but he would have people in a room, he'd show them a picture of a line, and then a picture of 3 other lines, and they were supposed to say which one matched in length. Typically, there was one test subject, and everybody else was actors, and they would give the wrong answer. Most people, 75%, would give the wrong answer at least once.
Just to fit in.
Just to fit in. And he would debrief and ask them, and they all knew they were giving the wrong answer.
Okay.
Wow. But they didn't like, the dissonance, the discomfort of not fitting in. But 25% of people never gave the wrong answer. And who felt better about themselves at the end of the study?
The people who went with
honest.
That makes a lot of sense. So let's break this down even further. Is it good to try and fit in, or should you not try and fit in? Like, what are there different circumstances?
I think this is one of those things that's not inherently good or bad, right? We know that there are times when it's easier, it's better. Like I put on my Instagram stories, tell me about what you do or don't do to fit in. Our beloved chef Janet said, bite my tongue. And I think that's what's happening. In general, is that terrible? No. But if you think about it, this is fascinating to me. Do we think the United States population is extremely divided and we don't agree on things?
Yes.
That's what we think, right? Because the loudest, most extreme voices get the mic.
That's true.
If you survey people, we are pretty close to agreeing on the major things, even hot topics. So what's happening is we are biting our tongues. We are silencing ourselves in an effort to fit in, which Brene Brown, who we saw at the beginning, would call counterfeit connection. We're trying to get to belonging by fitting in, and instead, we're feeling lonely.
You know what? This makes a lot of sense, and I think social media, they feed into this because
100%.
Whatever your opinion is or whatever your thought is about something, that's what you're going to be served. That's what the algorithm is going to show you.
Right, so you believe that that's happening more than it actually is. And we know humans all have a desire to be seen, to be heard, to feel a sense of connection, to feel a sense of belonging. But I think we need those first two to precede the other ones, so to be seen and heard. And if you are self-silencing, if you're not expressing yourself authentically, what's being seen?
Well, a few months ago.
Not you.
Not me,
I was at a coffee shop, and there were like a dozen teen girls came in, and they're all wearing the same jeans and the same shirt and the same black crossbody bag. And it was interesting. So it's like, what do you do?
Right, and that's not terrible, right? Especially, I think it's important to acknowledge that there's a part of this that is extremely appropriate developmentally. We all probably did this as teenagers, right? There's also familiarity. That's what we see, that's what we know, so that's what we do. But if you're doing it all the time and you don't have a space where you feel fully seen and heard,
That's going to backfire.
you don't have that.
You got to do your own polka sometimes.
Oh, that's good.
With a mascot.
Yeah, with a mascot. I feel like we can continue this conversation
Yeah,
further. Really
definitely.
good. Thank you, Dr. Katie. So if you're interested in booking a session with Dr. Katie Stewart, we're going to link you up on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. And we'll be right back.